We ready? Okay, hi everyone. Hope you're having a good day. So what's this all about? I hear you ask. Well, the GB News has done a inquiry into which councils are going to be taking on invaders and building council houses for them specifically, not for any British people, but specifically for migrants, for invaders. They've already done it. That one has been built in London, and Sadiq actually dealing with these invaders. They're not dealing with them in the way that you want them to deal with them, as in get rid of them, deport them. They're not doing that. No, they're making it worse by putting them in your areas rather than have them all congregated and centralized to one hotel where you know where these fuckers are. No, instead, what they're going to do is they're going to put them as your next door neighbor. Village on, and that's not going to cause a fuck me. That is the only explanation for it. GB News understands the Home Office did not shortlist Barnet, East Ryde, Medway scheme. Those are all areas they're already having a lot of problems with. We all know about the Oxford grooming gangs, etc., etc., etc. So I'd imagine they actually want to tone that down a little bit, but they won't. Again, it doesn't mean that more aren't going to come into your area. It just means they might come in at a slower pace than what these that are signing up for this will bring them in, essentially. Meanwhile, Cheltenham, the Highlands, North Devon did not receive further information about their respective bids. So they're bidding. They're bidding, are they? They're bidding on this. They want it that much that they're bidding on it. Wow. Oxford City Council opted to discuss an element of the scheme, but its bid is no longer being considered by the Home Office. Again, because Oxford is already a shithole. I moved out of Oxford because I saw what was going on. Buckinghamshire, which is right next to Oxfordshire, that is an absolute shithole now. You can pay me to go back to Buckinghamshire. Oxfordshire, I might visit if a friend invites me down or something. But other than that, no, I'm happy to have left Oxfordshire as well, purely because it's a shithole now. You walk up Oxford city centre at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning on a Friday or Saturday night, and you just get people playing football and stuff in the street, smashing windows. All of these areas, Oxfordshire and Buckinghamshire, they all have to have bouncers now on McDonald's. On McDonald's, you have to have bouncers. That is disgusting. But it's the truth of living in these areas now. There you go. Nearby, where West Oxfordshire had also held exploratory decisions, exploratory discussions that are now inactive, while Bournemouth Christchurch Pool was awaiting further information before making a bid. East Suffolk is also believed to have submitted a request setting out how it will be able to utilise the pilot scheme's funding. It's just disgusting, isn't it? I mean, everyone, literally, it's at the forefront of everyone's list of things they want in the UK is less immigration, less invaders. We do not want these people in our areas, and your councils are actively working against you to bring these people into your areas. Absolutely just phenomenal. It is understood around 200 councils have expressed interest in joining the £500 million pilot scheme that would fund building homes or refurbishing derelict sites for asylum seekers. So, yeah, 200 councils. So that's the list that I read out before. That's not all of them. That's just the main ones, I guess, that are getting some attention, or that I don't know, that are particularly bad in this case, because yeah, like I said, Oxford now shithole. It's such a shame because it is such a beautiful city, but it's a shithole. That's one of the reasons I left there. However, only 154 local authorities categorically ruled out showing an interest in the scheme when approached by GB News. Yes, so those 154 local authorities, I would like to know which ones they are, because I hope I live in one of them. Because that, to me, that shows that those local authorities, the 154, aren't traitors. Yeah. A further 9 councils confirmed they were not participating in the schemes. So well done to those ones. Everyone that has shown an interest in it, you are absolutely disgusting people. Why would you want to put your own constituents through that? Why would you want to put your own local people through that? And once they're in there, they're not going anywhere. You're giving them free shit. They're not going anywhere. You're giving them a free house. Why would they leave? They'll never leave without force. My God. Bridgend, Conway, Gwynedd, the Isle of Anglesey, Mithridates, I can't pronounce most of these, Pembrokeshire, the Scottish Borders, and Southampton all declined to provide a comment, instead suggesting GB News should contact the Home Office. So they're a shady bunch of fuckers, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah, cheeky little fuckers. They don't want to comment, do they? They don't want their people to know that they're going to sell them out, that they're going to put their lives in danger by bringing in a load of invaders. Scum. The Home Office does not respond to GB News request for clarification. So that's usually how it goes, you see. I'm amazed they've got such a large response from this. So that, because I've seen these kind of stories before. I've seen how it works before, and that is usually the way it works. The council itself will usually say, well, contact the Home Office, and then you contact the Home Office, and they'll say, you need to speak to the local council for clarification, and you just go around in circles, and you never get the information you want until you've got an invader on your doorstep with his dick out, trying to smother it over your genitals. It's disgusting. So yeah, usual response, the Home Office did not respond to GB News for a request for clarification. Why would they? They are scum. A total of 159 councils also failed to respond to GB News' approach for comment. Again, scum. Probably worse off than the ones that actually said they wanted to commit to this, because those councils obviously want to do it sneaky. They know they're doing something wrong. The ones that have accepted this, that have shown an interest, I'd imagine they are lefty councils. They are idiot councils. Whereas these ones are councils that know what they're doing is wrong, and they want to do it anyway because they want to kill off their own citizens. The great replacement is happening. The People's Channel also understands the Home Office approached all the 32 local authorities in Scotland about the scheme, with similar overtures being made to all 11 councils in Essex. Meanwhile, Bassett Law District Council was reportedly approached about a similar scheme by a third party, but will not be participating. Well done, Bassett Law District Council. Well done to you. Happy to hear that. However, 33 local authorities said the policy was not applicable due to it not holding housing status, including all 11 councils in Northern Ireland and England's 21 county councils. Well, Northern Ireland, they're in a really bad way, to such an extent that if they hear that they're going to get invaders moved into a local large property, they'll just burn it down. They'll just burn it down and say, do you know what, if you're not going to have Irish people here, then you're not going to have anyone here. And I have to say, fair play to them. It works. It's effective. And if it's discouraging these local authorities from putting these invaders in their area, then fuck me, it's working, isn't it? Well done to them. The critics fear the plan would also add further pressure to the UK's social housing waiting lists, which included 1.3 million families in 2025. So you've got 1.3 million families that are waiting for homes in the UK. They've all been cast aside so that invaders can come in instead and take their place. And then those invaders will have lots and lots of kids, and yeah, British people will just die out. Some people will say it's conspiracy theory that that's the plan, but if you don't see that's the plan, you probably have bought magic beans in your life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, amazing, incredible. Okay. Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philp told GB News this scheme is madness. Yes, Chris Philp, it absolutely is madness. You're prioritizing invaders over British people again. And it's worse this time because they're giving them their own houses in your areas rather than having them in a hotel, in one space. You're going to have them spread out across the country, and they're all going to be just doing everything they can to make your life worse. When housing waiting lists are at a record, so this is still Chris Philp speaking. When housing waiting lists are at record levels for people who have lived here their whole lives, this week government plans to build council houses for illegal immigrants. Yeah, yes, exactly what I said. It's just absolutely disgusting what they're doing. I don't understand the logic behind this, other than they just want us gone. They want to replace us. They want these new people, these invaders, to occupy Britain and be the new people of Britain, and they just want us gone. Most asylum claims from illegal immigrants and illegal immigrants should be urgently deported, not given asylum and a council house. Yeah, so again, most asylum claims come from illegal immigrants. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, giving illegal immigrants council housing is an insult to tens of thousands of British citizens. No, it's not. It's an insult to every British person. It's an insult to Britain. It's an insult to what Britain stands for, what Britain is, because what you're doing there is by bringing in other cultures, other languages, other people, you're changing Britain. Britain is what it is because of the people of Britain. That's how it works. That's what a country is. And if you let people invade it, then it's not that anymore. It's not Britain anymore. From 49% to 50% of illegal people in Britain, it's not Britain anymore. It's not. It's a congregation. It's a hotel. It's one big hotel for multinationals just to piss on, basically. Just come and go as they please. Problem. But we've already seen it. These people now see Britain as a safe haven. They'll go and commit crimes in Germany, France, Greece, Italy, Sweden. You know, they'll go and commit all these crimes there, and then they'll come to Britain for sanctuary because they know we don't do any background checks or anything like that. And then they'll get given a house now. Absolutely amazing. So you're rewarding criminals from across the world to come to England and then carry on their crimes in England against British people. You have a government that's actively working against you. Well done, Britain. Why is this government treating illegal immigrants better than the veterans? This Labour government is weak and a disgrace. That's obviously Chris Philp still talking, and he told the GB News. And again, I agree with him. Why is this government treating illegal immigrants better than not just the veterans, but everyone? I know plenty of people that would love to be given a free house. Jeez fucking Christ. But they can't. They can't afford it. I know people that are still, I'm 39 years old. I know people from my year of school that are still living at their parents' house because there's no sense in them moving out. There's no sense in it. It's too expensive. It's craziness. And of course, those people, they're not having kids. So again, it becomes a vicious circle. You move more invaders into comfortable, cushy houses. They get comfortable and have kids, and then their kids have kids, and the British people that can't get housing, they don't have kids. So those kids that would have existed to have more kids don't exist. You cut the bloodline there. It's done. It's finished. Amazing. Reform UK's chief whip, Lee Anderson, said, in places like Ashfield, we've got nearly 7,000 Ashfield people on the waiting list for a council house. Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them. We'd rather have invaders living there. I've been to see my local council to make sure they're not on this list. You should office. You should find out when the meetings are. They usually hold them about what into our Previously said new council housing will not be used by asylum seekers under any circumstances. Sounds definite, doesn't it? It sounds he's sure of himself, absolutely. Jesus fuck me Christ. This government will work is well. Well, hang on. You've just said that you want to move them out of military sites. What? Let me read that again. This government will close every asylum hotel. Work is well underway with military sites brought forward to ease pressure on communities and cut asylum's costs. But you said back there that you want to do away with military sites to put them in HMOs. So which the fuck is it? And council houses? See, that they don't even know their ass from their elbow. They don't know what they're talking about, and they go back and forth on what they say because they don't even know. They're just winging it. This is a government that has no idea what it wants, what its people wants, and where to go. They have no idea. They are just making it up as they go along. They are disgusting people, every single one of them. Disgusting. However, ex-housing Secretary Angela Rayner, who ripped you out of £40,000, by the way, she still hasn't paid that, and she's talking about coming off to challenge Keir Starmer. She wants to challenge Keir Starmer, even though she has an outstanding debt of £40,000 that she tried sneaking past every single taxpayer in this country. Rules for thee, but not for me. That's Angela Rayner's way. In fact, that's the whole UK Labour government's way, isn't it? So yeah, she can fuck off. Open the door to housing asylum seekers in council houses in August 2024, reportedly abandoning plans to prioritise long-term British citizens over illegal migrants. Of course she did, because they hate us. Of course they did. Yeah, fair enough. The Ministry of Housing, Communities, Local Government last month admitted it is illegal for asylum seekers to access social housing. No, it was illegal. This Labour government does what the fuck they want. We've seen that plenty of times over. They will do exactly as they like, whether it breaks the law or not. So that's everything they've put there, everyone. I genuinely hope your area isn't that want to take these asylum seekers in. They're not asylum seekers, they're invaders. I genuinely hope they're not, because you're just going to have problems straight away, straight off the mark. Within a week of them moving in, you'll see problems. 1 second. And if you're a lefty thinking to yourself, this guy's disgusting, I'm happy to have migrants living next door to me. Good, because they're coming to you, and you will find out. So, good on you. I sincerely hope that one thing that I do actually agree with is these petitions that the councils are putting out, asking people to house an asylum seeker. So yeah, I absolutely agree with that. So all these lefties now, they can actually sign up and take in a house and house an asylum seeker with them. Let's see how that goes. They should absolutely do that. But that's all for today. I shall see you very soon for the Not the Evening News. Thanks for joining me today. Cheers.